Last season, I'm sure you'll agree, and this is the price of success. A few days into a new Premier League season, and both Liverpool and Chelsea are a few hours away from home. Right, what do you want to see tonight from Liverpool, Steve?
I'd like them to win firstly, because I think it's important that if you have travelled over and you've prepared, you do your best to win the trophy. It's another trophy that you can count on. But a bit like speaking before the Community Shield, you want them to keep their level of fitness high and to play with it, to play with an intensity. Chelsea side, but a good solid performance like the Community Shield, and then you think that you're moving forward. Then
good to see the crowd are getting into it. Glenn, from Chelsea,
your favourite song now.
It's a decent song. Chelsea perspective, Glenn, what do you want to see?
Well, I think after the weekend, consolidation, make sure they try and win the game in 90 minutes, preferably. I think, looking from the manager's point of view, the last thing you want this stage of the season really is extra time. But I think it's looking at Giroud.
Chelsea captain Cesar Azpilicueta, and the first confrontation there between Olivier Giroud and Virgil van Dijk. Dortmund, and he's got the first chance to test his speed here. And Joel Matip, who's been restored to Liverpool's back four tonight, across there to make the challenge.
It was obviously towards the back end of last season, but he'll be fired up and ready for it.
It's a handball against in towards Mane. Well, he spotted the opportunity was there for a bicycle kick. Another opportunity. Matip heads it down, and Kepa Arrizabalaga just there ahead of Sadio Mane. Premier League and the Champions League, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson for Liverpool. Van Dijk challenged by Jorginho, and then it's fizzed in by Fabinho, but straight into the arms of Arrizabalaga for Chelsea. It's a good run this from the Frenchman. Good defending over there in the end by Roberts. Pedro looking to hit one, and Adrian had that covered. Big night for the Liverpool goalkeeper. There's a chance for Henderson down this side, and he manages to get the ball in. That's excellent defending by Andreas Christensen, who knew he'd got Sadio Mane breathing down his neck behind him. Milner with the Liverpool corner. And it came off Sadio Mane. Which he's been able to do. Salah for Liverpool, good save. Strong arm there from Kepa Arrizabalaga here, having been fed by Pedro, and Giroud took it early and tracks it well wide. Away by Adrian. Salah on hand there to help out Milner. Away from Fabinho, and then tee up Olivier Giroud, who scores for Chelsea. Excellent football, slicing through the Liverpool defence, and the man who was so important to Chelsea en route to winning the Europa League last season makes it Liverpool 0, Chelsea 1 in the Super Cup. Happy with the part that Pulisic played in the goal as well against Liverpool. He's flat out at the moment though, having collided with Virgil van Dijk. Don't forget, we've got the Premier League this weekend for you. Giroud has made the run in there. Pedro's arriving. Pulisic in there! Well, it's his full debut, but it's going to be ruled out for offside. Now you can see the look on his face. He's really disappointed by that, but it was such a tough.
Spot on by the officials. It's exactly how they've been asked to officiate. VAR, keep the flag down. And I thought the biggest thing that they lacked was runners. They didn't seem to have anybody who was prepared to run behind Tammy Abraham. Everybody wanted to come to feet. Tonight's the polar opposite. Runners in behind.
There's N'Golo Kante, important challenge on him by Fabinho. Able to get the ball into him. It's another example, Jermaine, of those runs. Salah, superbly controlled. There's the shot, which was Milner with a good cross, fizzed across the. Back to Robertson, didn't take it cleanly enough. Smart play though by Liverpool.
Yeah, finally come to life. They've been quiet for the last.
Adrian reacting quickly there with Pedro running through. Didn't quite read it, but he's got the strength again to hold off Pulisic, who fouls it.
Won't call that a foul. But
what was it then?
I think they call
there, so he's still on the pitch.
So perhaps Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain coming off. It's so, look, you've had a year out. It's so hard coming back and hitting the ground running, isn't it?
It's so hard for him. He'd have been, like I said, all the reports are saying how well he's doing in training, how good in pre-season, but once you step into
Chelsea at half-time. That's the first challenge to win the ball back by Pedro. Emerson was late there on Jordan Henderson. On Roberto Firmino is in! And then it's tucked in by Sadio Mane. Well, Chelsea were appealing for offside, but Sadio Mane didn't wait to find out the answer. Firmino with the instant impact off the bench, and Sadio Mane with the Liverpool equaliser. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. Fabinho, good shot, just wide. Kepa was flat-footed as it fizzed past the Chelsea post.
again.
Managed to battle his way through, right, the challenge of Gomez. And in the end, Van Dijk was shepherding Giroud towards the near post. Jordan Henderson deflected, and somehow Kepa was able to reach it.
Between Christensen and Zuma, they need to sort that out and sort it out quick. There's no way Firmino can just come and just drop into little pockets of space like that.
Goals. Rudiger is on the bench tonight, but probably not quite ready for this one. And Firmino agonisingly ahead of him.
He's causing havoc. He really is. Firmino, since coming on, picking the ball up deep.
Pedro's going to try his pace against Virgil van Dijk, and history tells you that's a very difficult. It's going to spin behind for a Chelsea corner from the Pulisic corner, which is far too deep for all of those in blue. And the flag up against Chelsea.
Not sure Pulisic was offside though.
Very down here, Olivier Giroud is in. Van Dijk gets the block, it will be a corner, but I think he's going to come back here for Pedro and Van Dijk there for Liverpool.
Better ball and he's in there.
Up it goes towards Olivier Giroud.
So unlucky. So unlucky.
Liverpool are going to make a change here. On it goes towards Salah. Is this the opportunity? Oh! Fizz right across the face of goal. So close to Roberto Firmino. And that is the last kick.